Let's golf, bro.
3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2. 1 putt, par 4, birdie, woo-hoo. New driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew.
It's like 1:30 in the morning, and we're headed 550 miles, approximately, to the Pine Barrens.
Shooter McGavin, 2 thumbs that's up high and 2 fingers pointed at you, pew pew. Fairway to green, conk off that I'm playing. Sometimes these par 3 green look like an island, I play and keep it right.
Thanks, buddy. Sorry. Thanks for hanging with us. Thank you, sir.
Oh, we are live.
We're live. Sorry. I always hate to miss an
Welcome to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're here.
Tyler from Orbital.
Yeah.
We're in my country here.
You find a lot of good stuff through us, you think, Ty?
Yeah. Normally everything I find is through you guys. Honestly,
Awesome.
like
It's good to hear.
Yeah, we're grinding, man. This is going to be episode 203 or 4,
Yeah, that's
depending on
wild.
when the edit goes down. They take a few minutes to put together, but and apologies, we're all huffing a bit because we just played 18 holes.
Yeah,
We're
it was hot.
in the
90.
simulator room. It's got some air conditioning. We're at Travis Pointe. What a beautiful spot. We had such a great day, Ty. Trent, thanks for having us out, boys. We came down to 17. We made Bryce and I had a lead. Bryce had a lead going.
Yeah, you gave me a couple holes. I mean, it was I think we were a bit the underdogs coming in for sure. I mean, my cap's at 1.6 right now, but I'm not playing like that. And then whatever Mac is at, and they're I think both 3s, so they had the advantage off the rip. But we hung in there for sure.
Yeah. I had the shot of the day. I had the
You
one
did.
shot of the day. That's all
Hey.
I can contribute.
I think give me some of that one.
Some sugar.
I think you guys might have out of maybe top 5, top 7 shots of the day had 4 to 6 of them,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Your
My
shot into the par 5.
My wedge shot on 1 though.
On 2,
I had 3 feet.
yeah, I mean that was a gimme. That was
But it was
your
100 yards.
right when that happened. We're like, all right,
I
Bracer's
think-
dialed.
So
That
the
shot on hole 2, that
I
was
roped
nuts.
around the tree, and then your shot in the par 5 was sick. Too.
What, my first par 5? Or
Well, no, then you made the
the
eagle
8
putt.
iron.
The eagle on the back,
8
yeah,
iron and- yeah,
that was money.
All right, so we're here with Tyler from Orbital Golf. Tyler's been on before a couple times, but we got a few things. We got the head covers. But Tyler, anybody who didn't catch pod number 1, can you just give us a bit of an intro?
Yeah, so we discussed last time. COVID hit, was sitting around the house.
There you go.
COVID hit, was sitting around the house, and courses were closed, pro shops were closed, and we just kind of had nothing to do. And my mom started making COVID masks, custom ones for graduation. They had the high school logos on them. And I just jokingly asked her if we could make a head cover. And the first couple looked like oven mitts and just kind of came out like literally something you'd find in a Salvation Army drawer. But we just kept working at it and stole some tips here and there from other guys doing it and just kind of built our own thing.
Do we have any here? Do we have any of the OG
OGs.
ones
This
here?
is an OG right here.
That's one of
This is,
the drawstrings,
I
yeah.
hope you can see this on camera, but this is one of Tyler's. Here, I'll let you explain it. You go ahead.
I mean, really, it's just a round drawstring bag, simple. It just holds everything.
Like a valuables pouch.
Like, if I started handing you this stuff out of here, both of you would have to help me. This has everything I need. But, no, yeah, literally just
That's one of the first ones.
your
though.
car keys. Yeah, this is the first one we threw together. It's kind of has some blemishes to it. Yeah, those are, pull over some of the newer ones. Yeah, those are the ones you want to look at.
So here are the newer ones with kind of the more recent ones. This is I kind of just got one like this. I'm sure you'll see a clip of it, him giving it to me. But here's one of the newer ones. It's a pink with a pink plaid in the middle, and then here's a brown Argyle, both with the Travis Pointe logo. So they're pretty cool little pieces.
This is sick, man. This is so nice.
Yeah,
So-
sorry to cut you off there. The main thing about it was literally we started and it was just upcycling leftover or old material from leather shops around Ann Arbor, just kind of picking up scraps and just building something out of it. Sustainability and just the upcycle side of it, the kind of
Yes.
slow fashion and not just pumping it out 200 at a time out of a shop or out of a big factory. So
Yeah, you're just in your basement, right?
oh yeah,
And
shops
this is all Michigan
grinding.
leather, correct?
Yeah, all locally sourced from shops around Ann Arbor, West Bloomfield, Plymouth.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. These are beautiful. So the transition from we might have spoke about this in the first one, but the transition from the mask to the head cover, doing masks through the pandemic and stuff like that, you went into the head covers. That was just with your own desire to like customize your bag?
Yeah. So luckily enough, we had the little embroidery machine at the time my mom was using, and we just went and found a local shop that had scraps, and we just started putting leather together, and I was a big fan of scratch golf or stitch golf.
Yeah.
And like they had the bags, but then they started doing the head covers and like the cool, like just different than the stock Titleist or stock Ping head cover that's on it. You can kind of show like a little bit of your personality or a little bit of
They're getting like worse, man. Like head covers that come with like your stock driver.
Oh, big
like,
time.
Not to knock on any companies and stuff like that. We love them all, but man, I just feel like they're putting so much like R&D into like the clubs and the
There's no money
manufacturer.
left?
It's just maybe there's no money left,
Yeah.
but like I feel like people like golfers in the last 4 or 5 years, whether it be the pandemic or just kind of like sitting at home thinking about the person that you are actually like wanting to personalize their bags a lot more now, right? Like, do you see a trend with that at all, Tyler? Like, I know you got a lot of buddies, or you've said have like come to you to like pick up things. Like, you dropped one on the course today and you couldn't find it, and you're like, oh well, like,
Yeah,
piece of marketing, we'll leave it for somebody. But like, are you noticing a trend where like, more just, people that you might not expect are coming to you to get a piece, whether it be for like a bachelor party or a birthday or something like that? Like, is it?
Oh yeah, I mean the biggest thing too is like when you buy a golf bag, you want the color you want, right? Like you want it, so like you get the new golf bag, you want head covers that match it. You want your favorite sports team. I mean, we don't have trademarking or anything like that to use right now, but we're doing our own logos and our own side stuff. But once we can get that or grow the scale up a little bit and get the demand for it, yeah, there's a couple there with our logo.
Yeah, speaking of logo, I was just going to bring that up. One of the better logos in the game. I'm a huge fan of the logo, just the little astronaut with the orbital. I mean,
The Astro Golfer.
yeah, I think it's great, and like the whole space theme is cool. I know some of your previous, I don't know if you have any here, but some of your previous covers used to have the inside.
Yep, space theme.
The
Glow in the
space theme
dark.
on the inside was glow in the dark,
Yep.
which was really cool. I was fortunate enough to get one of those, and yeah, I just, the quality is, I mean, you can look at a head cover and think, oh, that looks great, whatever, but the quality once you get it in your hands, it really shows how good it is. It's like it's not going to rip on you, it's not going to break down over time. And I almost think once you get wear in these type of head covers, like this material, it almost feels better.
Yeah,
The character.
This thing could be a week old, or it could be 10 years old, and I wouldn't
Exactly.
know.
Yeah.
Like I would have no idea.
You got to make it look mean, right, boys?
Yeah,
Got to make
exactly.
it look mean. Add a little character to it.
So are you like, since we spoke last time, like things were, that was probably about a year ago now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe less.
So how are
last
things
spring.
going for you? Obviously, like we've got a bunch of pieces here. I'll grab some like B-roll if I can, and either way, like I'll link the. Do you have the website up now?
Yeah, the website's up. Shop's not on there yet, but it's up.
Does it have some of the pieces, or can
Yeah, there's a slideshow
But-
there with a lot of these are on there, and a lot of the
Instagram's
news.
also good,
Yeah,
right?
Instagram's a big spot. Yeah.
same as usual? Like the Instagram handle, everything's in the show notes below. Go over and check it out, because I think it's like one of those things like we've been talking about. Everybody wants to like kind of personalize their bags, right, in different ways. And Bryce and I have been we've been lucky to connect with a bunch of companies, and like this is the same.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Well,
you
I'm a prime example too, right? Because like I kind of got on the wagon early. We had Matt from Hazel on, and we've had a bunch of head cover companies, Pioneer on, and Tyler on, and my
Dormy,
bags and Dormy. Yeah, my bag's kind of decked out now. I kind of got one thing, like driver, 3-wood hybrid, putter now. I just grabbed one of those valuables pouches, and I kind of got one thing for everything on it. I got my wedding, my daughter, the kid that we first lost, and then the On the Screws podcast. So I mean, I'm probably the most decked out here. I got something meaningful in every club, and it's a cool feeling. Now I'm starting to run into clubs to put meaningful stuff on. So
I just can't hit fairway woods. I can't hit the driver. I can roll it. So I got the Lowy cover on there on that new mean Lowy, but yeah, I got a couple pieces, but I probably got to come find you for something, Ty, because these are pretty special. So can we talk a little bit? So we're at Travis Pointe. Sorry to kind of breeze over that earlier. So
yeah,
we're in. You guys can say it better, but we're in Ann Arbor, Michigan right now.
Yes,
So
sir.
I got on the road about 14 hours ago, 15 hours ago, something like that. We got out of the car. We didn't trunk slam it, but we had a couple. We didn't do too well. Like we said, I hit a decent shot off too there, but it was a tough day. But can we talk about the course here, Ty? You've been here for a few years now. Like, can you talk about the course, your
Yeah.
experience, kind of like all the amenities that are here, because we only got to see just like the golf is just a piece of everything that goes on here. Bryce has gotten married here, which is wild.
Yeah, I got a lot of ties to this place.
So
It's
maybe
kind of how we met.
Yeah,
Kinda,
honestly, a little bit, yeah.
Helvey was like, "Hey, my buddy got married at your track."
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
My
introduce
buddy,
me.
So my buddy I played, my goalie I was in the Sioux with, he, great dude, and he was kind of Tyler's buddy, and I told him, well, he came to my wedding. He's like, I think I've been here before, kind of thing. And I was like, really? Like, I'm pretty sure this place is like pretty private. Like, I don't know if you've been here before. And he's like, yeah, I have. Like, I know a guy who's a member here. I was like, oh, no way. Like,
We were dunking basketballs in the pool.
yeah. Well, anyways, I was like hook me up with him, and my buddy was like, yeah, you guys get along great, kind of thing. So then me and Tyler got pretty close, and now we're here. So this is actually the first time I've played this course. They wouldn't let me out. So Rocky. I'm looking at you, buddy.
We were hoping to have him here for this little spot so
Yeah,
you could call him out.
We'll get him next time.
Yeah,
The
he'd
good thing
love
is,
it.
like I said to your brother too, it's always an excuse to come back, man. I
Yeah.
don't want to drive.
Yeah.
Like, I've driven down.
He had to get out of here. He had the club men's and women's club championships all weekend. So
yeah,
like,
he's pretty gassed.
yeah, he was taking care of everyone. But no, so I mean, like you said, the golf course. But I think that's the best amenity here is like the track.
Mhm.
Like to get out there and play real golf, hit real golf shots. You don't like the bunkers; they need to be fixed, maybe.
Well, I
just
even
don't go
know
in
about
'em.
that. I just like to complain about when I hit
Yeah.
bad shots. That's all it is.
You
I
put it
just
to
like-
5 feet, not
I
4
just like
feet.
to have excuses.
No, but I
know,
mean,
like, okay, I don't know what hole it was, but me and Trent all out of the bunker. You were like, Mac, like that was such a cool looking bunker shot, like technique, like
yeah,
you
on 12, on 12, yeah.
yeah, on 12.
Yeah.
So I put it to. I was in the front right.
Great shot.
You were
Yeah.
in the front left.
Yeah.
Trent was in the back left, and
Yeah.
we all hit it to 7-8 feet.
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
it surrounded,
It was
like
surrounded,
in a
yeah.
triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pars there.
Yeah, it was a good
of
day.
pars
So
there.
like I didn't make my putt, but tough day.
I made
tough day
par.
rolling it.
I got you.
I
I
was-
had you.
But I think did we have the drone up on this one? Maybe I got the drone.
No, I
maybe
don't
I
think
got
the
drone
drone was on
footage.
that one, but
But
we got some good drone footage out there, though.
yeah, we'll definitely have to come back, and we did our best to try and get capture a bit of a match and stuff. But those things are just so hard to do and keep up with pace. And
Well, it's
You
it's
know.
hard to play, film, and keep up with pace all at the
Yeah.
same time. I mean, we did our best, and we'll probably get some good clips out of it. But for more of like a actual like vlog of us playing, it's not going to turn out great. But I mean, we got some good clips. I think you guys will enjoy it.
we might even just fire a couple shots in the pod or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. But so how'd you get set up here, Ty? Like, how did things get started for you and your family here at Travis Pointe?
So, actually crazy. We moved here in, actually my family, my parents, and my brother moved here 2013. Came out, it was my brother's freshman year of high school. Moved to Ann Arbor, became Michigan fans, kind of adopted the local area, and this was just a close country club. We were members of a place out in New York, and they chose here, and we've been here for 10 years now. So like my mom and dad have been a part of every league, every tournament, they know everyone up here, and we've just been playing here for a while. Rocky, I'm trying to think who
Rocky's
the
head pro, by the way.
yeah.
if
So
anyone didn't catch that.
Rocky's been here pretty much our whole tenure. He was the assistant pro when we first joined, and the relationship is just awesome. And so they actually hosted the Volvic tour on the
Yeah,
LPGA.
I did know that.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yep. That was you probably knew that when you were doing your wedding and stuff
did
here,
know
right?
that.
I
Yep,
saw that
yep.
just outside the door.
Yeah,
They
it
got one
was
of the caddy bibs out there,
those
yeah.
girls are so good at golf.
So
It's
good.
insane. But like to watch them play this track, or like when it was on TV on the PGA channel, like
Yeah, that'd be so.
you're watching your home course
Yeah,
on
it's gotta be
TV, and
cool.
it's like, and it's pristine. Like they made it look so good and look good today. But no, yeah, we've been here 10 years now and just kind of adopted the Ann Arbor lifestyle. This is a track. This and Barton Hills on the other side of the city, but
So I want to ask you, Tyler, like a little bit about, like you said, you're from New York and stuff, but I'm really curious, like when they're setting up an LPGA Tour event, what year was that? Do you remember?
it was when I was at school. So
I think it was-
2015 through 2017, like
Yeah.
a couple years before COVID.
So did they, like, what was it like as a member as they're kind of building up an event like that?
Like, do they close the course?
So yeah, so it was sweet. We came out right before and right after, and they had the grandstands up, and we came during to watch. We actually we hosted one of the players the first 2 years maybe.
Oh, nice.
Stayed right with us. Yeah, it was like a
Cool.
billet. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
basically literally a
sweet.
billet. Yeah,
That's
and it was awesome. Yeah, it was cool just to see the excitement. There's a whole tournament shop store. It's like a PGA event, you know. I mean, just in your own backyard, right?
Yeah.
Right in your own course. So the putting green was just filled with top talent putters, and it's crazy to see just a professional how well they play the course you play every day.
Oh,
Like like the shots we try to hit, they don't even think about.
Yeah, they just had them.
Like on 18, I was like, oh, just lay up, make birdie.
Yeah.
Right, we're going for
And
it.
you say it like it's so
Yeah,
easy.
and they know what
do it,
they
but
go into the day knowing exactly every shot they're gonna hit, and to see
Yeah.
it on your own home course, like it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think it's like something we've talked about on the pod with like just the difference in the games, right? And like just at that level, how it is. Like we've been lucky enough to have a lot of pros on, and even some amateurs. That a couple of girls that we've chatted with that played on the LPGA in a few events. Lauren Zaretsky's played in the Canadian PC the Canadian Open. Women's
Hole in one,
Canadian
her first event too.
yeah,
By the way.
but yeah, she had a hole in one in her first round, which was wild. She's at Texas A&M, which is cool.
You get
And,
that right?
I hope not, because I said this like a few weeks ago too.
That's
so
sweet.
I'm so sorry, Lauren. We were talking the other day. She's gonna come on again. She's just
Nice.
super busy right now, getting back.
Hopefully
but,
you're getting it right, because that's a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
Rivalry, I think.
But we said this before, and I think I got it right. You got it wrong.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll look like the bad guy. Great.
But and then we've had Rebecca Lee Bentham on too,
Yep.
who played in the U.S. Women's Open, and she has like one of the craziest shots. I can't remember what course they were playing, but she just hit like a crazy shot into a par. It reminds me of this because we were talking about the shot into a par 5 third shot. And she hit it to like a couple inches, and it was like elevated 20, 30 feet or something like that. Just a wild shot. But I think the game of just like that level, I was lucky enough to be at the Canadian Open this year and kind of be on the inside of the ropes and get to see like right on the range,
Yeah,
like some of
yeah.
the players, like some of the, just sounds.
The
different.
preparation too.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. It's
Yeah, yeah.
they're professionals, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what they're doing. Yeah.
it's wild.
I felt
Yeah.
like a professional in that par 5 today, hitting that 8-iron.
That was a pretty damn good shot, but it's just like
I hit it and I didn't even look at it. I was like, oh, it's so good. It rode the wind right in there. I think it was like 6 feet. Buried the eagle.
it was kind of cool though.
What a
Like
good feeling.
a couple
That
months
was
ago,
great,
we
Big
had-
Bird.
We had Cam Keller on the pod,
Yeah.
and he was
Hell of a
he was
golfer.
playing in the Canadian Open. He won one of the qualifiers to get in. He had been on the pod a couple times. He was an EMU guy too. Shout
Oh,
out
really?
EMU,
Yeah, right
so
from around this area.
yeah, so he's
Great track over there too.
He's from
Yeah,
London,
Eagle Trail.
Ontario, and then he was an EMU guy. And we've had like 5 or 6 EMU guys. There was another.
We've had their
another
whole
EMU
team on.
pretty much like throughout. We've had at least enough to make up five or six players or something like that to play an event. So all
Yeah.
at different times, but some of them have crossed over, Ty and stuff like that. But Cam was saying like one of the coolest things about playing in a PGA Tour, LPGA Tour event is like just like feeling like you're supposed to be there, like getting to that point where you feel
Yeah,
like you're
yeah,
supposed to be there,
for
and just
sure.
like how professional it is and like how
Yeah.
everybody's treated throughout the events, right? It's pretty wild. But I think having it at your own home course when you get to play it day in and day out,
Cool feeling.
and
yeah.
then see people just play it a lot better than you ever could.
You guys think the rough was tough today?
Oh,
I
was it
know.
long?
I know.
Oh, all 3 of those summers. If you played the week of or the week after, it's
Yeah, so today
struggle time.
Today they had club championships this weekend, so we actually kind of got the course kind of in Sunday shape of club championships. So they kind of had it all prepared and all ready for Club C's, and it was tough out there. I was playing a shot like I normally would and kind of duffed it a little, and I just looked at the rough and said, "Wow, that thing just ate my club." So it was in good shape today. It looked good.
I had that happen on a couple holes.
Yeah, but you thought about it. I didn't even think about it. You remember the one shot today? You were like, "This rough's gonna grab my club."
Yeah,
Like, I gotta
it
be
was on
ready for
10.
this.
It was on 10,
Yeah.
and I was like kind of short-sighted, and then
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what? Like I was trying to play the shot through in my mind. I put my like kind of like looked down, put the club down beside the ball, and I was like, I can't stop the ball within
Yeah.
10 feet, 15
And,
feet.
and it's like Southern golf where you got into the grain and
Yeah.
with the grain.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
that was, the fringe was probably a little longer than normal, and it was just snagging the club, right? If you're into it, it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's kinda
short-sighted a lot today. Wasn't good.
So do you think like do they prepare the course differently, kind of as a member's opinion? Do they prepare differently like for those types of events? Or just maybe longer, harder, faster, like
Honestly, that's just how the course has been playing all summer, kind of.
yeah.
Definitely around the invite and around stuff like that. You
Empty
tend to
guests
see,
and stuff.
yeah, you tend to see the greens are the fastest they'll be all year. The rough will be the longest or thickest, and kind of just a little more challenging.
Yeah.
Mm.
A little more challenge. I mean, sometimes it feels like it's impossible where they'll throw a pin too on those weekends, but that's why you play golf.
Yeah,
you
there's
want to
some
try to
tough
hit
pins
the
out there.
yeah, you want to hit
And
the
that
tough
one in-
shots, right?
So that
Like,
one hole that we were talking about, the one where I actually it was on the back nine. It was right after Bryce's eagle, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were talking about it off the tee for a while, like visually how like nice that hole was.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
If we got the drone up, like it'd be
we
pretty
did
sweet.
get the drone up that whole
There,
thing.
well, there was the trees to the right, and then you
Yep.
went to the left.
Yeah,
hit, like,
you
a
went-
really good one over the
yep,
bunker.
yep.
So that one, like again, I was on the left hand side, and like I knew that like I was gonna have a really hard time. My ball was buried by like 3 balls, like
Yeah.
down, right? So, but that pin was nasty, like where it was
Up
tucked
on
in the
that
back
top
left.
here,
Yeah, like,
Yeah, we
Yes.
both went long,
Yeah,
and then we were
Yeah.
coming back.
Well, I think the pin on 3, the par 3, right? 3 is the par 3.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that
The
pin
back
was
left.
nuts. That was, I mean,
3
it was
paces off the
4
edge.
paces on, and
yeah.
and I was long, and they even told me not to go long, but I went long, and it was just
With the green
I mean,
covered
it's
with
an
trees.
automatic
Can't read the
bogey.
wind.
It's just it's a tough pin.
It's
but,
fun.
But I mean, yeah, the course is in great shape. I had a blast out there.
So Ty, I wanted to ask you. You said that you guys came over here from New York. So you grew up in New York your whole life?
Yeah, upstate New York. Syracuse is the go-to city we use. I mean, Oswego, New York, right on Lake Ontario. But yeah, lived there
Lake Ontario.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much
where the
3.
boys are from.
Yeah, we're basically neighbors, right?
Yeah.
I come down there all the time. So, is it the 64 there?
104 goes east
Maybe
to
it's
west
104.
through there.
What goes north south? Because I drove-
90?
Maybe it is. Oh yeah, it's a 90. So
90.
I drove that down to like Loeys. I've been
Yeah, like
down that area
Watertown.
quite a few- Yeah,
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where
Sean's from there.
Sean,
yeah,
yeah,
from
yeah.
Decks to Divots.
Right
yeah,
there.
we gotta
Yeah.
stop in and see him too, because he's up in that
He's
area.
right that
So
way, yeah.
Sounds like we need to just plan like a
Like a
golf road trip.
you know what?
Yeah.
I did go
Just
to Turning Stone.
Make
not
the
that long
pod
ago.
travel
The
pod.
traveling pod, man. I
Yeah.
love just like packing up the.
We can
I
move
do-
quick too.
Okay, like I stopped myself. I do love packing it up, but like you see how much shit's in this bag.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot
but
of work.
this was 10 star, 10 out of 10 professional move in.
Yeah, it went pretty
Like
quick
this-
now that you
Yeah.
have some help.
To
Yeah.
what I'm looking at, this looks like you've been set up here for months.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like this is just your hometown. This is your barn right now, and
Yeah,
you're
this
just
is-
playing a
this-
home
It
game.
would be lovely to have the TrackMan set up
Yeah,
here. And
right.
that,
I mean, they don't see that on camera, but
Yeah,
we do have a
so-
nice setup
There's
here.
a logo right behind us here. TrackMan logo.
No free ads.
above us, but
But yeah,
yeah, we are in the 2-bay simulator room at
yeah, in the
Travis
clubhouse,
Pointe, which is pretty cool in the clubhouse. So, thanks again to Travis Pointe for having us out. This was great.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
I know we picked Club C weekend, which in hindsight is probably a terrible weekend to come ask people to come on a podcast.
It was kind of spur of the moment though.
it was like we
Yeah,
kind of
when-
generated it pretty quick.
What night did you call me? Thursday?
Thursday
Thursday
Wednesday,
night.
Wednesday
Yeah.
or Thursday.
Thursday
we were like,
night.
hey,
Yeah,
like,
Thursday
I
night.
think Mac's gonna come down and we're gonna do this. Like, can you set this up real quick?
I was
Yeah.
so in so fast.
And
Yeah.
honestly, with how quick it, like with how little time we had, I think it kind of was a success.
Yeah, we got a little bit of
Yeah.
content out on the course. We got a pod in here today.
Got to play a
so-
really good course. And
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
think it was good.
fun.
We
I
s-
think we'll have to come back and get Rocky on, but
We snagged Trent as our fourth
yeah,
after
Trent, Tyler's brother was
a
good.
grueling 18
Really
yesterday
good
and a 18 today, and
Trent hits
36.
came out and played another 18 for
Yeah,
us.
Trent's a little guy who gets it out there, man. Like I usually hit the ball pretty far, and he was hitting it past me. So
Yeah, just small legs too on Trent. Just a
Yeah.
couple. Just a
that's
couple.
a hockey
twigs.
player.
Yeah, but you
man.
should see how wide those things
That's
are.
what,
Oh
I'm
my
saying, man.
God.
Just a couple twigs on them. Like I got big beefy legs.
Twigs, I
These
got
are-
twigs. Trent's got
these are
tree
huge.
trunks.
He's got
Yeah.
some big legs, man. But yeah, next time I think we do a rematch. We get maybe another group or two, like you were saying, and try and get
Maybe a scramble too.
yeah,
That'd
it'd be
be
cool
sweet.
to. It'd be cool to kind of get somebody to come out and help with some video and stuff. I think we'd have a lot of fun if you're in this area. Come out, and help, donate your time, volunteer your time.
Yeah.
come out and help us. You can watch us shank some shots around the course, but no, we'd have fun, man. We all hit some good shots today. Like at some point throughout the day, we all won a hole. It was fun. We had a really good time, but you know, coming over from New York, like, was the golf any different in upstate there? You ever play Turning Stone? 'Cause that's kind of like that area.
Turning Stone's one of the go-to spots. I honestly, I mean, I played golf my senior year of high school, but I wasn't really a golfer per se when I was younger. It's kind of more of an age thing. But moving out here feels like it's just a bigger golf community kind of.
Michigan's a big golf.
Like it's
state.
huge. Like
Yeah, big golf
especially
state. I
like
don't know if people realize that, but like the amount of courses that are here. Is
this area
insane.
or Jackson. Like I think Jackson, other than like you go up north, Traverse City in that area, sure. I think Jackson's the capital
Which is
of golf.
A little south here.
Yeah, it's
That little
40
south?
minutes.
Yeah.
40 minutes west.
So was it just like, were you playing other sports, like different summer sports? Just
Uh,
got into
yeah,
golf?
baseball guy. And so yeah, in New York, high school golf was in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So I played hockey.
Yeah.
So hockey starts in the fall, but my senior year I decided whatever, go out play. And that's kind of when I started getting more serious into golf. I mean, I don't think I kept a handicap probably until our 5th or 6th year living out here. So that's just the seriousness of the different types of golf playing when we lived out there, and with growing up or kind of maturing into like the age where you kind of care. You're not going out to golf just to have a couple of drinks, right? Well, I mean, we are, but
Yeah, there's a little more.
yeah, you're just not socially golfing, right? We're trying to play well, but I mean, I think the biggest thing is just the community around here for golf is insane.
Great,
like,
yeah.
and
It is great.
the skill level and the competition is just insane.
Mhm.
Like, you get better by playing with people from around here. Honestly,
there's so many players, and like having like EMU around the corner, and then obviously like Michigan and stuff. There's a few like top D1 schools.
Yeah,
all
State's
within,
just
like,
up
I mean,
the road.
like,
Michigan State's.
no, U of M.
Yeah, U of M's right here.
Oh yeah, Michigan State.
State's an
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
20 or
yeah.
hour 30
Eagle
away
Eyes up
from here,
there.
and EMU's here. and-
They'd all be
From
like
where
top
we're
50 schools.
where we're sitting right now, there's 5 courses right around us. Like literally,
Yeah,
like it's insane.
Yeah,
it's
Stonebridge
just
right around the corner. I played
Lake
too.
Forest,
That's a good track.
Stonebridge, Brookside.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure this area is like the most golf courses per square mile.
I feel like I've heard that
the US.
before about Michigan too,
But I could be wrong on that. But there's just a bunch of courses. I think golf's huge here. Everyone I talk to here, like, I mean, coming from back home and not having the most friends here, just because like I left them all at home, kind of thing. But I mean, even the friends I make, like everyone golfs. Like,
Yeah.
like whether they're good or bad, but everyone's on the course having fun, and that's kind of what you want, right? Like,
good time.
Even if
10-second break, and we'll show some B-roll. We'll show some B-roll.
Twirl, gang, gang, gang. Twirl, gang, twirl, twirl, gang, twirl, gang. Give me that driver, I let it bang. Twirl, gang, give me that wedge, I'm taking that aim. Twirl, gang, twirl, twirl. If you ain't twirling, hitter, you lame. You sick of the twirling, hitter, you gang. Yeah, I'm twirling my stick, staring it down, edge to the ground. It's a good chance that I'm in it. The revolution's like 100.
Ty, can we go back to Orbital? So you guys have been in existence for 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
I'm just
4
gonna,
years,
I'm
4
just
years.
gonna show off some pieces here as they talk here.
All right,
We'll
I like
just
that.
keep
It's like a
panning it.
QVC. It's like QVC.
Yeah.
Little shopping network.
Yeah, exactly. Here,
So
I'll
if
have
you
to find,
buy-
I'll have to find some type of overlay or something that we can put in here, like call
For right
call
now,
this number, we can
If you buy a driver
if you buy 2 head covers
to add 10 yards to your tee
we'll
shot
send you 4 boxes of knives as well.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
and a
but-
sleeve of balls.
Yeah, and a sleeve of balls.
So I think
and-
this is half
Oh.
of what he has on the table in front of
Yeah.
him,
There we go.
by the way.
Yeah, these are nice.
You're
Let's
losing
go
the
through a
grimace.
couple of them. So, how does like the process of like building one of these go, Ty? Like, if you can kind of break it down for us, like, how do you kind of map out one of these? How do you build them? Like, I know you're involved in it with like your mom and stuff, but can you kind of walk us through like either pick a piece or like the process for just about all of them?
Yeah. So the one Bryce is currently holding. No, you can keep holding it. You're doing great.
Any of you Wings fans?
Yeah, just put them all. They're oven mitts. They're oven
There you
mitts.
go.
So this one, this is actually a custom order I just got for a mini driver. So it's a
Oh,
little
okay.
tighter than the normal one.
A
Just-
little bigger than a 3-wood?
Yeah. This is so here's the 3-wood.
Oh, yeah, here's a
yeah,
good comparison.
Then the driver. But no, they wanted Detroit, a little hockey town theme. And the biggest thing is just the leather, the premium and the quality of that. That's where the main piece starts. And that's kind of my favorite thing I've been doing, like these stripe ones. No
Yeah, these are good.
embroidery.
These look good.
Just
They're
leather
clean.
work.
Yeah.
Just a couple good pieces of leather. That's all it is. Time and just the patience behind putting them together.
Yeah, there's just not a stitch out of place either. They're great.
and the
I like
quality
the elastic
too.
Like some companies, I mean, I know most of them do them, but some of them don't do them in the right spot.
Well, they're all mass produced, right? So they just
and they hug your club so good, and they look
like
so
those
good.
those last two. There probably will never be another one of those two made. So it's
Yeah.
like one of one. Like
See, I'm all about these. I think these are great. I think everyone who golfs should have one. Of
I think
these.
it's crazy when
This is-
people golf and don't have.
I know,
Everything's just
like this is
a
man, that would
catch-all.
give me anxiety. I'm lucky.
They go to
I
put
have
a
one
drink in the
bag.
cup holder and they can't because they got 2 balls in there. And then they
Yeah.
go to put and they can't because they got their rangefinder,
I
It's
mean,
like-
this is glasses, all the way from glasses to car keys.
your
to,
watch, stuff you wouldn't normally bring. You can now bring.
Yeah,
Like, it's
to
crazy.
Even just like ball marker. Even if people want to do tees in it, they can do tees. Like it's just such a versatile
I mean,
option.
I think that's the funniest thing. If here, just go through that and
Yeah,
just look how
so,
much that holds.
I mean,
This
we
is
got
hilarious.
sunglasses, golf glove, charger, a little bit of cash, a few balls, Sharpie, tees, Tide stick. That's a good
Tide
one.
stick, that's
a good
nice.
one.
I needed that for
Sold
That's a
separately.
good-
Sold
so-
separately.
Gave that
No
catch
free ads.
We might throw 'em in
Couple
there.
divot tools. I mean, this is just you can put anything you want in here.
Shotgun tool,
Yeah,
ball mark.
ball opener.
So
wallet.
what do we got like in the complete rotation tie like right now in your lineup? So we got driver head covers, fairway head covers, anything
Yeah,
like that.
woods, drivers, fairways,
Putters
pouches.
soon to come, right? You're working on putters.
We've done a few prototypes. We have a few custom orders that have been produced and been put out, and they're on people's bags. They're just not perfect. I mean, that's also my struggle. Is these are all great. They're not all perfect, but it's
Yeah,
kind of the artwork too behind it. Is
agreed.
putting
I
it
think people are
together.
okay with that because it's so custom and it's all handmade. I
Yep.
mean, I think people are okay with a stitch out of place because it's kind of like, especially when people are getting a fully custom one of one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's yours and it's one of one, and
Yep.
and I don't think people really. I'm not gonna say they don't care, but that's not something they're gonna like be upset
Yeah,
about. You know?
like that one. That's
It's a
a
cool design. Yeah.
we digitized the artwork of my mom's friend's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
and threw it
cool.
on.
Where's
She's got the
where's
yeah.
driver? Oh, this one here.
So there's a wood and a hybrid there. She has the driver one already that has the full artwork, but that's on the Instagram, which you can literally send. Most of these are just people send an idea in,
Yeah.
and like, just because I say, oh, we can do drivers, woods, hybrids, the works. It's like you have an idea and send it in. We can try to work with what you want. Like,
Yeah. And how they can get a hold of you just through Instagram DMs, and if they're interested in getting something coming.
yeah, Instagram. Our website is up, orbitalgolf.com.
Okay.
The only item on the shop right now currently, I think, is I think it's that navy striped 3-wood, which is just randomly thrown on there, way overpriced,
Okay.
because our shop's not up to date yet, but we just had to get something in there to hold the spot.
Yeah.
But no, I think with merch, we've been working with a few other companies to do a couple collabs where I can focus just on the leatherworks, and that's like kind of the main thing I want to start rolling out is Orbital Golf leatherworks with like those ones with no embroidery, the golf course one here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just literally leather on leather.
Like this one here?
Yeah, it's just no embroidery. Tag might be on the back, little OG. No, that one's
No, this one doesn't.
that one went naked. Yeah, that's
This one's got it here.
so that's
Says
the only
Orbital
embroidery on it.
Golf.
So it's just leather work, just premium leather.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
clean and nothing crazy about them.
Would you ever consider getting into anything else, like any like handbags and kind of stuff like that? I see a lot of like companies who do like high end leather goods. They get into like weekender bags and that kind of stuff. Like, is that maybe in the rotation for 2025? Maybe.
the crazy thing is, I think there's. Let me rephrase that. I don't think there's anything out of rotation.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy kind of what my mom and I can do. Like this bag here that I brought everything in, we didn't make that, but we've used that as like a template and pattern to make a lot of bags out of gator or whatever.
Right.
But most of them are gifts or Christmas time, holidays, birthdays.
So if you get a piece like that, like any bag, like I got like
Yeah, I saw
Bag
that
that I
sweet
brought
one you had. Yeah.
like some clothes in and stuff like that. Would you just like tear the stitching apart, kind of like kind of just like I guess almost like map it out, just measure everything, like, and then rebuild it? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. You just get the pattern. I mean, a lot of times if we want to modify it, we'll take the
Yeah.
original size or whatever and go through it. But yeah, I mean, it's just finding what works. And sometimes you can find a little trick where you can make it better than
Yeah.
Well,
And
'cause
that's
kind of
the fun
idea
thing
of,
is, like-
being a creator and having your own business and kind of putting your own spin on things and stuff like that. Like Bryce and I've talked about that with the pod, where like our pod's different than any other pod. Like there's no pod where we're talking to you one week, we're talking to Ziggy Nathru on the PGA Tour Canada the next week, and then we're talking to like, you know, an NCAA like top athlete or something like
all
that.
over the
Like
place.
it's kind of cool, but it's like that's why people come back each week to kind of listen to the pod. We're great in that sense, and now we're trying to travel as much as we can. So if you're interested and you're kind of in the area, then, you know, if you're somewhere in between Michigan area and Toronto, maybe even a little east of that, hit us up. We'll come out and we'll do a pod. It's a lot of fun. We'll go play some golf and stuff. It'll be good. It'll be good times. But I always just find it so fascinating with people who have like the vision to be able to create these types of things, and like how you build them, like how you just like break it down based on seeing something else. It's like, you know, when you can like people can play guitar just from watching somebody else play guitar. It's like super fascinating, right? And you're like an artist in that sense, and like these things are like pieces of really good handmade leather art.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Appreciate
the
it,
idea, right?
Well,
And,
I
like,
also think the cool thing is, like, I think, like, everyone has the idea that they want to do something like this, but no one really puts the time and the effort into actually committing and doing it, you know? Like I made a cover when I was in school just because I wanted
Yeah,
to try
that was
and do
pretty
it.
good too.
And it was
You sent me
decent,
a picture of that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
That was pretty
alright,
good.
but, like, it's like I just did it and then gave up on it, and it was like, whatever. It's
I'd
on the
hire you.
next thing.
I'd hire you.
And but like the people that stick with it, like you stuck with it, and you're only getting better, right? Because like you're making good stuff, and people may have their complaints, but I mean, even if they do have a complaint, it's just constructive criticism at this point. You just get better and better and better, and
Yeah, that's
look at
it.
your product.
That's a new thing I've been running with too. If you don't like it, let me know and I'll make you what you want.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the biggest thing is like 100% refund. Like, I mean, if you're coming back for the second or third time, we're gonna cut it off there, but right.
Yeah,
But if I send something out and it's not exactly what they want, I'll redo it or give their money back. I've done it a few times. Most of the time it's just a redo,
Mm-hmm.
and they get to keep both of them,
Yeah.
which.
yeah,
You know?
don't do that though. If you like your piece, don't just like
No, yeah, don't be that.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy or
Don't
girl
be
that
Honor
is like,
system
yeah,
here.
yeah,
don't
yeah.
be that guy. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
But that's a little thing I like to do because, like, I bought stuff from big brand names, and
Yeah.
you can't do that.
For
you
sure,
get what
yeah.
you get, right?
Big
Like,
time.
just because it's Nike doesn't mean it's going to be the best thing.
yeah.
But
Well, that's kind of the cool part too. When you're reaching out to Orbital Golf, you're like reaching out to Ty. Like you're talking.
Yeah, we'll
to
just
us,
chat.
you reach out to the
Directly
pod,
him,
you're
yeah.
talking to us. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of nice when you know the kind of the face that you're speaking with. That's why we love doing.
it might take a
podcasts.
day to get an order going or two, but we'll
Yeah.
be chatting for that whole time
Yeah,
about
exactly.
something.
Yeah, that's why I kind of love like doing podcasts with like business owners and kind of meeting them, and then, you know, then people that we know, like Jake popped in and grabbed something from me, like our friend Jake, like grabbed a hoodie and stuff, and then now we all kind of chat about that. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's nice having all those different connections and stuff. But
Yeah, it's also like I've been saying this since day one on the pod. It's like putting a name to a face, you know. Like
Yeah.
you like you hear Orbital Golf, yeah, great, but like now you can see what Orbital Golf is, and you can see in front of us all the pieces we have. Like
Yeah, that's
what more
that's
it
the
is,
face
you
of the
know?
company, not this.
Like,
that.
yeah,
yeah, I guess, eh?
yeah, but you're the personality of the company.
Which
and-
that's funny you say that. So I was playing in the Lit Golf Tour.
yeah.
We played in the inaugural
Yeah,
demo
the
one.
Demo, yeah. So just to go over, just to cut you off real quick,
Oh, yeah,
just to
go
go
ahead.
over kind of what that is. There's a guy in Michigan who's kind of, his idea is, it's a cool idea, but to whether it's gonna work or not, we don't know yet. It seems to be going all right, but so essentially he's making an amateur tour. I guess it wouldn't be an amateur tour because you're getting paid,
Right.
but
We did a podcast on that.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, you guys had him. Yeah.
Last episode on this.
So I redid one this year. It was sweet, but I don't think the turnout was as big as what I thought. Like I thought it was gonna when you first told me about it.
yeah,
I thought it was gonna be huge.
yeah.
And like some of the tracks are sick, but like this last one I played in with my buddy, meal after filet mignon,
Yeah.
all the veggies, potatoes, shrimp, like they went all out. But the crowd, the purse is unreal, the giveaways are unreal. But like there wasn't the competition with the skill level. We finished I think 4th, which is way below what we should have. But like there was no competition really. You know what I mean? And small group, but it was unreal time.
Yeah, so
right?
Colt Golf, that's his name. He's
Yeah.
It's kind of a really cool idea, and kudos to him for getting this going. And I know he's been getting some sponsor money and some sponsors, which is fantastic. So essentially, they're trying to do like a tour, and where no one really gives a shit about anything going on. Everyone goes out there and has a couple beers while they're playing, and has a good time. and it's kind of just
A couple Jimmy things.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the lowest score gets the money, and
420 golf, lit golf.
Yeah, they're all about the party, and they're trying to get big crowds, and it's a cool idea. We're yet to see if it really works, but they seem to be heading in the right direction. So that's
no. So we show up, my buddy John and I, to I forgot the course. It was about an hour away from here. Couldn't remember. It was the Sunday after both of us were playing in 2 different member guests on the weekend.
Hungover.
Yeah, he had a 2-hour drive in. I had a 1-hour drive in. Like it was tough. But we get there. I think we start on hole 8 or 9. Shotgun start. Pull up. We both showed up 5 minutes before the tee time. Like they're waiting for us. 2 good golfers just show up and just start hacking it around, whatever. First tee, we show up. We go up. This guy looks at me and goes, "Are you Orbital Golf?"
Oh, no shit.
And this is the first time, right?
That's
I mean, this
awesome.
isn't like I was just like, what is he gonna? Is this good, bad? Like, what are we doing here, right? My buddy John like looks at me and he's like, "Are we gonna have to fight this guy?" And I just was like,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, right? Whatever.
Right away, he's
just
like,
called out, right?
Who's asking?
By not even your name.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, I got one of your pieces."
Oh, no way.
That's so cool.
And it was from I do a lot of outings. I'll give them half off, 25% off, depending on what the occasion is or whatever. Like I'll hook them up, and they'll do first place, longest drive, closest to the pin. And he happened to win one at a golf tournament one weekend. Just had it on his bag, right?
That's sweet.
And I was like, just a small world too. Back to the Michigan golfer thing.
Yeah.
But to be called out by your brand name that you're trying to grow, it was kind of an eye-opening thing where it's like, I hope this is because my product's good, right? Like,
Yeah.
You're hoping it's not the other way coming back. But
Sure.
no, it was awesome. So we're playing the whole time. He actually he had a few buddies that ordered a couple of pieces through that too, that we went and played with and met up. So it was like, it kind of grows a community too around it. It's not just the product or not just the sport. It's more the people involved too. So
That's the best part of it, man. Like I was kind of telling the story of how recently I was at the Full Wedge Classic, like a couple months ago now, or about a month and a half ago now. We were playing in the group behind us were the guys who won were in the group behind us, right? So we just got like shooting the shit on one of the tees, kind of chatting with them. We saw them like hit a couple balls close, and we were like, okay, like our tournament's done. Like this is irrelevant now. And they ended up finishing like 16 deep, and just like the nicest of guys too. And a couple days later, they like, you know, we connected on Instagram. We dropped like a reel for them and stuff like that because I did an interview with some of the winners of the event, which were those guys there. And then like a week later, I went and played golf with them.
Yeah.
It was great, man. It's just like, now we just like shoot the shit. And I talk to one of the guys' dads all the time. I like at the course where I play. He's like, "Oh yeah, my dad's there. Like, let's go and play." So then I saw his dad yesterday, and it's just like the community vibe is kind of like, that's what Bryce and I are all about. That's kind of always been our thing. The pod's here to exist to like, you know, just connect with people in the community
Bring people together.
and it's worked, man. It's actually like been very successful, if that's how you want to measure success, and that's how we've wanted to measure success, and it's been really cool in that sense. And if I probably wouldn't drive 6 hours, wait at the border an hour in the morning if it didn't mean that we
almost
couldn't
got
get down.
searched.
Yeah, so close to getting searched. And I was like, oh, it's a drone. I just opened up the case for the guy. I was like, it's pod gear. I'm coming down, meet my cousin. We do a pod. And
We're
then
going low, buddy. Let me through.
I was like, I've already been here for like an hour at the border. I was like, please, please, please don't search me. And he's like, you just got like mics and stuff in the bag. And I was like, do I like explain everything I have in the bag, or does that make me look guilty? And I was like, yeah, just mics.
What's in the bag?
And I was like, yeah, it's a 60-gallon bag with just mics in there. But I was like, so yeah, luckily we didn't get searched. We got through, and yeah, we found a spot to charge up the car, and we got here and set up, and we had a really good time. But that's kind of the idea, man. It's just like make a community out of it, and like we're all just friends who like to golf, man. We all, like, you know, we just find a space where we just like to golf and hit good golf shots, and like, you know, we just have a good time doing it, right?
Yeah,
And
it's kind of
now we get to hop on a podcast and kind of talk about a brand that we like, and it's just cool, man, with like a buddy, and it's just, yeah, that's kind of like the funnest part about like golf.
Yeah, it just goes right back to me saying, I say it all the time, and if you guys want to watch back and look at some of the episodes, I'm sure you've heard me say this before. It's like, I still don't know if I found a bad person in the golf space.
Fergie, we got one.
Yeah,
guy.
Ferg, yeah.
We got
Are they good golfers too, or what?
Most of them, yeah. Ferg, hold on, let me touch on Ferg. Ferg, your job opening's still there if you want. We could have
needed
used you today.
man.
Would have been great to have you out there today.
What's he doing about a month from now?
So Fergie is he was upset about our blurry camera on one of our clips. We had about 60 people walking in the background, so the camera was trying to pick up about 60 faces, so it was a little blurry. Ferg wasn't too happy about it, so we offered him a job and said he could come film full time and get every crisp shot he could, but we haven't heard back from him, so job's still open, Fergie.
We've talked about we're at the Toronto Golf Show doing social media for the day, and we were doing it all weekend, really. Bryce was there for the day, so we maximized.
You guys were hammering it that weekend. I was following along. Everyone,
we're getting a lot of
every booth, you guys got some good people on there.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Walked by, chatted with people for a couple seconds, be like, "What do you think about just doing a quick video? It's just talk about your brand or whatever it is." As soon as they were like, "Yeah," we were just cameras on. We're like, "Okay, cool. Let's do it."
Mic in.
I'm just literally pulling the video down, ripping a quick edit on it, and posting it.
Right? Those videos are going up 10 minutes after.
Yeah,
that was sick. It was like man on the street, but man at the golf show.
Yeah, so
just asking him whatever. That was awesome. I love that.
We got one hater out of it. It's our only one, so we like to really
really emphasize.
Oh, I'll hire him too if he wants to work.
There you go, Fergie. You got 2 jobs.
Yeah, so before we let you go, Ty, it's a pretty stock question, but what's the best and worst part about owning your own business, having Orbital?
That is a pretty stock question. I think the creativity side of it, right? I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm. This would be the best part, yeah.
Yeah. This is the I'm gonna talk about the good parts first.
There you go.
No, I mean the creativity side of it, but at the same time that comes on myself with the scalability or the workload I'm going to put behind it.
Yeah.
But doing it low budget or just putting money back into the company, it's myself and then my mom helps do the final stitching and the seamstress work to it. So it's just us growing it. So I think that's a con. If I had to really pick one bad thing about it is the scalability of it. We're doing it out of the shop in the basement right now. And the best part is the one-on-one with the person calling to order something. Will it be an image or logo they send me or a piece of artwork or even when they just say you have full creative responsibility of this piece. Those are if I had to pick a best, those are probably the best when they're like, hey, I want blue and yellow, but just do whatever you want. I trust you, right?
That's totally me.
Yeah.
I'm just
and those are the best. And I'll get those. If you're listening, I'll get those. And I'll be like, all right, 20% off.
Yeah.
I like these people.
Yeah.
They're not
totally
picky.
Man. The last
and I'm gonna make you something that you're gonna like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about it before I full send it through.
Yeah, when I got my first putter from Tyler Lowy, you saw the one there today.
It's so sick.
And I was like, man, I want to order one. And this was kind of a couple years ago or so now that I ordered the first one. The one that I went down to pick it up, that was our first live pod. It was a little rough, but we did a pretty good job. But he was like, what do you want to do with the putter? And I was like, I don't know, man. They're just really cool. I just really just want a Lowy. I just want one in my hands. And he was like, I kind of want to do a black one. And I was like, yeah, me too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sounds great.
And he kind of asked about a few of my specs and stuff like that. And he's like, all right, done. Let's do it. And it turned out to be, as you guys have seen, it's they're some of the most beautiful putters in the world, man. It's if not the most beautiful putter in the world.
Well, what did I say to you today? I was like, pictures do not do this.
No, and it's hand milled, which is pretty wild. So I can appreciate people like Tyler, yourself, also Tyler, who have this type of skill level to take the creative vision of somebody who might not have it, but they want something that is personal to them that they can put on their bag and have it for they're gonna, if you want, you could have some of these pieces for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and you also don't have the price point of not to knock Dormy, they make great products, but you're paying a pretty good price for a lot of good custom stuff these days, and Tyler's won't knock your wallet that much. You'll get a full custom piece for a pretty good price, and like he said, if you don't like it, he's happy to redo it and kind of change something you need to, and you'll get the piece that you want, the piece that you envisioned, and like Max said, it could be on your bag for a lifetime. It's a cool piece, especially if you get something personal that means a lot to you. They look great, they feel great, and they perform just like any other head cover. So
I think along to the community thing. So I'm trying to grow. If anyone out there is really good at website design or just helping me set up kind of this community I'm trying to do. So I want to do like a little bit is like old school MySpace style is kind of what I'm envisioning with like just the interface.
Yeah.
But kind of where you can go on there and do course review or like your own thing, right? So I'm trying to build a community side where right now I'm about to do a bunch of giveaways. We're going to give away dozen balls here and there, whatever you want, couple wedges, a few head covers, but the main thing is like I want to learn more about people at golf, right? Like see what it's all about. So like one of my go-to questions right now, we're going to flip the pod. I'm going to flip it on to you guys. I'm asking questions now.
All right.
I like it.
So one of them is, and it's just everyday stuff. Who's your go-to foursome? Like, hey, you got a day off of work all of a sudden. At the same time, whoever you want to call also gets a day off.
Anyone?
Who are the three guys? Like your go-to, your daily foursome. I can be in yours if you want.
Okay.
And then another question is go-to course.
Yeah.
And then it gets personal. Like in the chat, you can upload. Say you change how you mark your ball. Like you know how on some apps you can include what clubs you play. Well, like more personalized. How do you mark your ball, right? Like, because then it's kind of in the system. So when you're, I mean, not tournament play, but when you're playing, it's like this is how I mark my ball. You find a ball. It's kind of on that realm, but also like everyone does it different. And it's just a more personal thing. Like you can upload, and we'll do ball mark of the month, ball mark of the week, like stuff like that. Build a little community around how do you golf? Like what are your amateur superstitions? Like
what are your
none of us are going pro. You know, so it's kind of like what does this guy do? And you pick things up like golfing with you guys today. We all might have picked something up new from each other, like first time playing with each other. Well, we played, but like,
for sure.
You know, and then it's like you just carry that on. It's like you learn little things around where it's just another addition to how you can learn it. Just everyone sharing kind of what they do and how they play.
Like that. That's
cool,
That's awesome.
That's cool because like obviously we like learned something like with playing with like you and your brother today. Like it's like how does Trent possibly generate that much power from like the lower half and stuff like that, right? But you know it's good too, like because Bryce and I talking about like my pre-shot routine. I'm like, oh, I remember like 3 years ago when I used to be able to hit a 8-yard baby draw and I like can't hit that anymore, but I still like talk like I might hit that. I don't know, and it's just not there anymore. So like all those different things and like the little like innuendos and like little mannerisms of people's games is fun to learn, man. It's just an absolute blast. So I like it. If somebody has any web design skills that kind of wants to get behind it, and
I don't know if that's a blog. Is that blogging?
I think it'd be like kind of like the
but like social space,
kind of almost like a Reddit subreddit.
Just maybe I just start on Discord. If anyone knows how to run a good Discord,
I think Reddit would be
Reddit.
Kind of
brother and the gamers and stuff like that would be the Discord.
Yeah, he just knows how to play the games, and he doesn't. He doesn't know.
That's kind of like me and Mac. Mac knows how to do the editing.
Yeah.
Can't work. I'm just here to look pretty.
Trent helps with Orbital Golf by just helping me design his covers in his bag.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll drop something off of the post office here and there, but like.
So what's coming up for Orbital Golf before we let you go? Kind of what's coming up in the later months here this golf season. Like we're gonna have to do this again for sure. Hopefully we can get back out here before the end of the year. This was a lot of fun. But what's coming up for you guys at Orbital?
So hopefully next time we see each other, these will all be full steam ahead. I think the biggest thing right now is a website going up, and just having a common place where someone can actually go and look at what we're doing and buy it, other than Facebook or Instagram. And we have a few collabs coming up. I don't want to name any names yet, so don't want to start any bad karma and wish things upon it happening, but some merch and apparel to have up on the site that I can do out of house with some help locally here in Michigan, keep it in the state, but be able to spend more time on the actual leather work and creativity side of that. Coming down to the end of the golf season, we didn't hit as many pro shops as I wanted to this summer as accounts or even just customers, but I think this next couple months with a website is a push to start getting people on board. If it's bachelor parties, wedding parties, you know, just get the word out more with the website and be able to actually start scaling it and creating more product. So I think it's just growth.
Well, that's kind of like with us too. So if you're watching these clips, it'll probably be over on Instagram. go give Ty a follow, man. Look at the
Yeah, go
the
give him.
stuff's great,
Send
man.
him a message too. He'll chat with
Yeah,
you.
get him in the
I'll
shop.
chat.
Like part of what
Yeah.
we want to do is visit a lot of these courses and stuff like that. Make a lot of these connections and stuff like that because there's so many like just friends in the space, right? And kind of we're all looking to connect. We all have different needs and stuff like that. And if you need these covers, man, reach out to Ty. It's he's going to be probably linked in this reel or whatever it is that you're watching if this is one of them, and or this YouTube video. Just go down below. This podcast, go down below. Just click the link and go over and say hello, say what's up, and kind of build it from there. Ty, man, really appreciate this.
Yeah,
This was
Yeah,
fun.
thanks, boys. That was fun.
Appreciate it, buddy.
We'll do it again in a month.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'll make the trip back down. We'll do it again.
yeah, it was fun
Maybe grow it. A little tournament in like
Yeah.
a year, 8 months.
for sure. Yeah.
We're right on about an hour, boys. This was good.
Is out in my ball and of course when I tee up, I lose the ball and I re-up. I miss a fairway, I probably end up in the ocean or maybe the beach. And I'm on a par 5 and I'm finna go reach it. Second was blind, I ain't see it. Feel like it might be an albatross, worst case scenario.